church
She convinced me.
friends.
She convinced me to
Don't
leave
be
my church.
offended. It's just,
So
the level was not the same.
back to the question.
I didn't convince you. You decided on your own. I left when I said that. I left it to you.
You gave me.
You
the
went to
permission.
think about it.
Because what you said was that, and you guys will judge.
Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. So I have someone here that lots of us have not seen before. Please help me welcome the man of the house, my dear husband, Mr. Edumils.
Hello.
Please, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So some of our friends wants to know about our relationship. So
it's okay.
during our anniversary, people send questions that they want us to answer. So that's why we are doing this video. Okay, so the questions, some of them are related, so I'll probably read one of the related ones and then we'll continue. I hope that's okay.
Ask them one by one.
I should ask them one by one. Okay. So David's own, he was asking me a question. He was like, Mary, where did you find your husband? That was the first one.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Where did I find my husband? Please, I didn't find my husband. He found me. Thank you. And his next question was, how did you convince him to leave his church? Please, I did not convince him to leave his church. He decided to leave his church. Thank you. Isaac's question is to the two of us. He says that, how did you all meet? Mini American accent, I'm sorry.
How did we meet?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's met. Like.
Okay, go ahead.
That's like question, a broad question, but then.
You want to answer the question?
No.
You want me to answer?
Yes.
Well, we met at KNUST. We met in the university.
He's like, how?
How did we meet?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm explaining now.
Okay.
So we met at KNUST. She was next to my room, and she was friends with one of my roommates called Nana Kofi. I think they were in the same choir, so each time they rehearsed, he would come to our room with her. So that's how we met at first as friends. So yeah, that's how we got to know each other.
Okay.
So the rest is history.
The rest is history. So Etienne was asking the same thing. Please tell us about how you guys met. Who said what first? So Etienne's own, he's adding who said what first to it.
What does he mean by who said what first? Like what is he trying to? Because
probably who made the first move for the relationship to happen?
Begin. I did. Of course. Yeah.
By the grace of God. Okay, so Alex asked that, how did you first meet Yados?
It's the same.
And what brought about the conversation?
Which conversation?
Which conversation? I guess he means...
Please, your questions.
No, I asked for this one. I texted him back. I asked him that what did he mean by that, and he said that. So I asked him whether he means dating or marriage conversation.
So is it dating conversation or marriage conversation?
Yes, and he said that both.
I said both. What brought about the conversation? Well, it's something that we had thought about already.
Which of them?
Both of them.
Both of it
Yeah,
dating.
both
Okay,
of them.
fine. We have thought about it.
But specifically, what brought about the conversation, I can't really remember. But it was a natural process. I mean, something we have been thinking about, and out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth. So, because we've been thinking about it, we decided to start talking about it.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Glory to God. Who spoke first and how is the mood?
So, was it with dating or marriage? The question should be specific.
He says both.
Both. But in both cases, I spoke first. The mood was okay for the dating.
For the conversation.
For the dating. For the dating, the mood was okay. There wasn't any. But for the marriage, the mood was not okay at all. And I think.
How was the mood?
Oh, it wasn't okay. It wasn't good. But later, it was okay. So the issue was that there were some issues between us. We had communication problems and stuff. So she wasn't so sure if anything was going to happen at all. And at that time, I was traveling to the United States to pursue my master's. So the insecurity was way up there for her. But later, when I asked her, she was positive about it. So
later when?
On the same day. Everything happened on the same day, like God's creation. When He created Adam, it was the same day you removed the rib, the same day He created you, the same day. Everything happened the same day. Yeah.
The same day, like.
The day
So
I'm
thinking,
of
so
29.
what is? I'm not even asking about
December,
the dates.
2019.
Yes.
It was around 11:30 there.
Yes. I'm not even asking about that. I'm asking about like where was the setting?
Kotoka.
At the airport.
Yeah, at the airport, Kotoka International Airport. And for the dating was at her office. I went to her office and I went to tell her.
Yeah.
I wanted to be my girlfriend.
True.
Like just like that. Man, you have to be bold.
And what was my response?
You just speak up, you know.
And what was my response?
I don't think I really remember, but it was a positive response.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you telling me that you didn't want to date behind your parents' back. So if there's anything your parents should know.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have any problem with that. So
before I told you that,
well, you
it
said
took
something.
a while.
Yeah, so if you remember, you can say it.
It took a while because I was not comfortable with the church that you attend. I said I didn't want to attend your church.
Oh,
You remember? So I said that
So
either we are going to the same church or it's not happening.
okay.
Do you remember?
So you didn't want to leave your church, that's one. And you wanted us to go to the same church.
Yeah.
So what you were basically saying was that if there's any relationship that is going to happen, I have to leave my church. That's the thing.
Well, that was
what you were
actually
saying.
that
So-
was actually part because I wasn't going to go to. If you remember, when I said I don't want to leave my church, I also said that if you leave your church and decide to go to a different church, I will join you. If you remember, I even suggested some churches. Do you remember?
I don't remember.
I suggested some churches, but I thought I would be comfortable with if you decided to join.
So the problem was not me, it was the church.
No, it was the church, definitely. The church. Okay.
Anyway. So actually she convinced me. She convinced me to
Don't
leave
be
my church.
offended. It's just,
So-
the level was not the same.
Back to the question.
I didn't convince you. You decided on your own. I left when I said that. I left it to
But
you.
you gave me
You
the
went to
permission.
think about it.
Because what you said was that, and you guys will judge to your comment. She said she's not going to leave her church. That's one. Two, we have to be in the same church, which makes sense, right? The second one makes sense.
Yes,
The first
you
one,
have to.
I'm not leaving my church. Really, meaning she wasn't willing to make that sacrifice.
Oh, see, there was a but in there. The thing is, the reason why I said I wasn't going to leave my church, even though I really like my church and I want to continue in my church, the reason why I was going to say that I'm not going to leave my church is because I was not going to go to your church, except you are going to go to a different church.
So that's what he said.
So it's not like I said that this. If the decision was in your hands, you could have said that, okay, whatever.
Okay. Well noted. Let's continue.
Why are you saying well noted like that?
Continue.
Okay, I think we have already answered this one. Was the chemistry already there before you proposed?
Well,
What's
for
that?
me, it was there, but for her, it wasn't. I think
What do you even mean by that?
chemistry is a feeling. She didn't have feelings for me at the time we were dating. She told me
But
recently.
I liked you. You were a
Yeah.
great person, a great friend.
But you didn't see me as a boyfriend at that time. But you still said
Why
it.
not? Why not? Why do I have to necessarily be feeling some things before I consider you as my boyfriend? I don't think so.
Well, there you have it. Let's continue.
Okay. When and how did you propose to her? Alex, leave us alone.
Was it with the dating? Marriage proposal.
I guess.
Yeah, so with the marriage proposal, ours was not the Western kind of proposal
Traditional
where
kind
you kneel down and stuff. I wasn't able to get the ring. I couldn't get it. But I was so caught up with time, I was flying, so it was an hurrah proposal. Anyway.
Well, he said that describes the feelings.
Well, so personally in my mind, I was ready for anything because I was traveling, so
And we have had conversations.
yeah. So I told myself, well, if she's gonna be interested in letting us settle down as a couple, then I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that happens. If not, then definitely we will have to end it there. It doesn't have to go any further. We don't have to waste each other's time. So I was expectant of anything. I wasn't so bent on one answer. I was ready for anything.
Okay, let's not go into the details. It then said, how difficult was it for me to flow with you?
Well, it's still difficult. Yeah, it's so difficult.
It's not that easy yet.
Yeah, we are still learning.
Yeah.
It's still difficult. Women are very complicated. You need to be very patient.
Especially me.
Yeah, you have to be very patient. So.
Okay, who is always the first to cause an upset? And how do you deal with it anytime tension arises amongst you?
Answer.
Okay. Should I say tension? But like almost every time there is some misunderstanding, mostly I'm the cause. He said that, and how do you deal with it?
Resolve it?
How do you resolve it? Well, between the two of us, we always talk about it, right? My dear husband will come and say that, babe, I want to talk to your husband. That's how I know that, yeah. It is happening again. But well, we talk about it. And I apologize. Well, sometimes like the thing doesn't sit well with me. I myself, I'll be struggling with it, so I'll just give myself chance to just heal and forgive myself and come back, apologize, and then move on. So basically, from my side, that's how we deal with it. From my side. But you, what you think?
I think that's exactly what you said. We talk about it.
If I'll cry, I'll cry. If I cry, what will happen again? I'll be fine. Move on. Asian is asking again, who is always the first to talk about God and prayers and religious stuff?
We both do. Yeah,
By the grace of God.
we both talk about it.
Do you pray together mostly, or how often?
It's very necessary for every couple. I mean, if we are not praying together, it's not a good thing getting into unity. So we do pray together. It's very necessary. Almost every day. Almost every day. First thing in the morning.
By the grace of God. This one is a personal question. A very personal question. I wouldn't mind asking and answering. I'm not sure about you.
What question is that?
How was your first night?
Oh, that. It was nice. By the grace of God, like you always say, yeah, it was very nice. I mean, it's marriage is a beautiful experience, you know. It's very beautiful. Every part of it is beautiful. So yeah, it was nice.
Yes. Who was the first to make a move?
Which movie?
Your first night move. First night, what everybody is thinking about. Okay, wait. You said who was the first to make a move, and who is always the first to call for sex?
Well, I don't think I want to answer that. But what I'll say is we have a great sex life. Sexual interactions in marriage are sacred and private. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to go into the details of how often we have sex or something. I think couples should have sex regularly. You know, it's very important for a couple. But I mean, yeah, we have a very great intimate life together. It's awesome, super awesome. So yeah.
Super awesome.
Yeah, for me it's amazing.
Ima, it's now Ima's turn. Ima said that this question is for Daddy. What are the things that you saw that made you come to the conclusion she was the one? Hey.
Well, there was only one thing I was looking for in a woman, and every other thing I left it to God. You know, there was only one thing, and I was looking for a woman who loves God. That's all. You know, not necessarily a perfect woman, you know, or a woman who can do this, do that. I was just looking for a woman who loves God. So when I realized she loved God, that was it. You know, because once you do love God, every other thing comes to it. Even in your imperfections, you know where to go to. You know who to rely on. So that was the basic thing.